Okay, on today's segment with Cooking with Lori, we are making
Tri-colored quinoa. Ooh.
step one would be, we've already done it, so we're backtracking.
Do a cup of quinoa in a tablespoon of butter and saute it like you would like rice-a-roni or whatever, and just get some flavors going.
Get some brown stuff on it.
I'll put onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and salt. You can put whatever spices you want it to have.
I'm just jealous of the spice drawer.
And
How
then
much of the chicken stock, or did we
chicken
add
stock,
in there?
it's like cooking rice. It's 2 to 1, so 2 cups. You want to cook, I like to cook my quinoa a little bit higher, so I'll put about 2 1/4 cups because it's all going to dissolve.
2 1/4 cups water to 1 cup of quinoa.
Or if you want extra flavor, I use
the chicken
stock.
stock.
You can use beef stock, chicken stock. You can use water. You can use vegetable stock.
The
Doesn't
stock
really
is
matter.
better because quinoa doesn't have a lot of flavor.
It really doesn't. So whatever you're going to cook it
So then
with.
we're going to boil this uncovered
Yeah.
for how long?
Till, I don't know, about
Until it's
20,
done.
25 minutes or so. Yeah, you'll tell all the fluid. Yeah, the
fluid.
stock gets absorbed
Okay,
kind of deal.
so at medium, not on simmer?
Start it on high, let it get hot, bubbly, and then you put it down to medium, not on
Medium,
simmer,
not on
because
simmer.
you want the quinoa to crack open.
This is our term for cooking.
International sign for crack open.
All right, so uncovered, 20-25 minutes at medium.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're gonna start preparing fresh Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
So what do you do? You just did it all and didn't explain.
I am going to cut the butt off.
We need instructions.
I'm cutting off the tushy and slicing in half.
And that's all. And then we're gonna throw them into the this is pot.
Parboiling salted water.
Just a little bit.
And
Salted
then
water.
they're gonna just parboil. We're gonna take them out, and then we're going to saute bacon and onions.
So how long do you parboil?
It depends on how big they are. Like this, probably about 4 or 5 minutes, only because they're kind of big.
Is parboil different than blanching?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying parboil because it sounds so intelligent, but now blanching is a good word too. So we could blanch it if you want to. I don't know.
So we have this huge bag that we have to prepare. So when we get to the sauteing segment of Lori Cooks, we will bring you back in.
Cooking with Lori.
We have a channel name.
Ah.
Ding ding. We've got the Brussels sprouts in the pan and they're bubbling in boiling water. They've been going for about 3 minutes. We've discovered the difference between blanching and parboiling. Is blanching, you immediately submerge in ice water to stop the cooking. In parboiling, you actually cook it a little bit, but not as long, because we're gonna saute these later.
Sorry about my dogs.
It's all good. Next step is we are cutting bacon. So Lori's just drained them. They probably cooked for 5 minutes. Watch the hot pan.
Watch the hot pan.
Oh, look at steam. That's how you can now they're good. So Lori's just cutting it into kind of chunks, and that's olive oil, ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
So she's going to cook the bacon in a little bit of oil in the same pan that we boiled the Brussels sprouts in. Ow! It's burning me. And the quinoa over there is still cooking. So this is also for the Brussels sprouts. Are you going to cook this with the bacon?
Yeah.
And are you doing large chunks, small dice?
Probably a small dice.
If you haven't noticed, Lori's left-handed. But look at those knife skills. She's only cut herself, I don't know, a couple times.
Not today.
I see that point go into the side of her
I don't
hand,
have it.
and it just makes me a little nervous. So bacon and onion are going to saute, and then I'm assuming we're throwing the Brussels sprouts in there.
Yes.
Look at that.
With the pepper.
Well, of course, the salt, the pepper. So that's our next step for the Brussels sprouts. And we're having pork chops to go along with quinoa Brussels sprouts. Anything to add, ma'am?
I might partake in an adult beverage in a little while.
If anyone would like to comment on Lori's fashion statement of either, feel free.
Here, are you happy now?
Yes, this is how Lori deals.
I am not getting bifocals.
We did not want to leave out the key step of after you drain the Brussels sprouts, you need to put them on some type of toweling and get off most of the water, because you do not want water to hit hot oil. You will get a grease fire. And if that happens, you're going to need to use baking soda or put the lid on top of it really quick. Do not use water, because that just makes a grease fire spread, ladies. Absolutely, tax-free expense. We're talking about YouTube channels and expenses. Sorry, back to cooking. This is the onions and the bacon. Lori's doing a fabulous job. She let me actually dry off the Brussels sprouts. I am supposed to cut the pork chops open, but I have to do this first. I'm trying to avoid the touching of the meats. And then we dried off the Brussels sprouts so they're ready to go. All right, we're adding in the Brussels sprouts.
It's not hot.
This is actually, well, not the Brussels sprouts. This is all Lori. She gets the Blue Apron meals. What is it considered?
Yeah, Blue Apron. They send you like the everything's done.
They send you a recipe. They send you all the spices, all the meat, all the other everything. But we didn't like the choice we had.
I was not eating kamut.
What is kamut again?
It's some kind of wheat.
Some kind of chewy wheat from Egypt.
And it said chewy, so kamut was out.
Now, what's happening over here? That's getting absorbed. This is for the pork chops?
Yes.
What's that for the pork chops?
It's just olive oil and a touch of butter for some flavor.
So the butter doesn't burn. The oil burns at a higher temperature. Is that correct?
Yep.
Look at that. And then these are the pork chops. So I cut them open, almost cut my finger right off. I just cut the tip of my fingernail off. So, all right, what are we doing?
We're going to salt and pepper them on the one side.
A little sea salt. And you don't use the pink Himalayan stuff.
No.
Just regular old sea salt.
I'm just a sea salt girl.
Sea salt girl.
Just a sea salt girl.
A little pepper, and that's all you do. So I patted them dry. We're adding salt and pepper, and then she's gonna put them in the hot oil and the butter. I have to say it's really hard for Lori to cook with me under her feet. So this is what the Brussels sprouts look like when they're done. Some of them have a little bit of, ma'am. So this is done. So now these are just gonna sit on low. Lori put the pork chops in seasoned side down, and then seasoned them in the pan. And the quinoa is almost done. It's absorbing all that liquid. So far, I think you've covered. Well, how long are you going to cook them on each side, the pork chops?
About 4 minutes or so.
4 minutes per side. Now, how do you know when pork is done?
When you touch it, you can. If you do that and you touch on it, it
should be the same as doing that.
Yeah, because like right now, you look at it and it's like, ugh.
Right, what if you're anorexic?
Then you take your friend's hand and you do this.
All right, Lori's going to flip them. I'm going to stand way back here and hold the camera. So they got a nice crust or golden sear on them. She's got grease flying all over her stove.
Our quinoa is done. The fluid is absorbed. And you can see they kind of broke apart a little bit. And that's what you want, because then they get a little bit more flavor in them.
And this is rainbow quinoa.
Rainbow quinoa.
Now, can you add onions and garlic and whatnot to that?
Yeah, you can.
You saute it and add it after you cooked it, or while it boils?
You can. You can. Actually, if you go to P.F. Chang's, they make a fried quinoa instead of a fried rice, and they put vegetables and stuff in it, but it's already cooked, and then they just kind of make it like fried rice. So you could definitely do that.
Okay.
But I would definitely use...
We need options. The debutantes need options.
There's tons of options with quinoa. And it's paleo, people.
I don't care about no paleo.
I know you don't, but...
That was good.
And my tushy cares about some paleo.
But I do care about no white food, so that's good.
Yeah, and I get the Wegmans, the organic.
Wegmans. Not all of us have a Wegman.
Some of you are so out of touch with reality.
Poke at it.
You can see this side is perfect. We are getting ready. There should be another minute or two, and then we're done.
Okay. And I was just asking Lori now, when she cooks a meal for a family, does she then put this in a serving bowl and make it look all nice? Because I don't do that. She said, no, we're going to just make a plate from here and go sit on the patio. It's my kind of dinner. What did you just do?
I put in a little bit of the chicken stock.
Are you glazing the pan?
I am, while the food is still in there, so I don't have to add more oil, and it just kind of
gets the crunchy yummy. Yeah. Okay, so that helps in the cooking and adds more flavor.
And I already had it open from the quinoa, so might as well use it.
Might as well. All of the tips you ladies are getting. Lori has another tip for us.
Sometimes the onions have that fat on it, especially on pork chops. So what I'll do is either turn them on the side, or I'll butt them up really close to the side of the pan while it's hot.
And
sear the edges.
To make them look more brown and yummy.
That, and they get nice and yummy when you take a bite and they're not all, it's fat.
Could you make that face one more time?
It's fat.
So it's all finished. We're going to take a little taste. We'll have a little bit of the pork chop and some Brussels sprout.
Hopefully she likes it.
Oh, that's really good. I have to try the quinoa. You guys have to try making this. We'll just leave the bacon for later. 2 thumbs up.
Yay! Are you gonna eat? Are you gonna eat? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna eat?
I'm too skinny to eat.
Oh, Lord.